In this tutorial, we will be taking a look at active tracking. The FMWeb active tracking function provides the ability to see where your vehicles are right now with their current location displayed on a map. Click on active tracking, which is located under the tracking menu. Click on the arrow to maximize your workspace. If you haven't selected any vehicles, then this area will be blank and no vehicles will be displayed on your map. First, select the vehicles you would like to track, and if you would like to see if any events have triggered, then select these too. In the left-hand panel, the selected vehicles are now listed. In the drop-down, you can select how many entries you would like to see per page. Before we explore further, we need to look at the available configurable options, which will have an effect on what we view. Click on Map Options, which is located on the toolbar. Map Options is also accessible from My Options. What we specify here has an effect on what we see in active tracking, and here changes made will affect the other functions available under the tracking menu, which also includes active tracking. So let's take a look at the two side by side to understand better what we are configuring. Immediately we can see the vehicle status. Green means the vehicle is moving, black means that the vehicle is stationary, and red means that the last received AVL is out of time and or that an event has triggered. We can configure that setting here to mark the status red if an active event has occurred in the last X amount of minutes. In the vehicles list we see a cross. If events have occurred, we can expand the cross. Otherwise, the cross will be blanked out. Now here we can specify how many events we would like to see when the cross is expanded. We can specify every how many minutes the map should be refreshed. And here we can specify what label we would like to see associated with the vehicles on the map. The default is description. You will note that there are columns. All the columns are sortable, and these columns also be changed. Please note that you can only ever select 4 columns. In tracking, we are specifying what details we would like to see on the map. Here we can specify that we want to see created locations on the map, location details on the map, and the vehicle labels on the map. Now, if this box is unchecked, then we will not see the vehicle label which we specified here. The two go hand in hand. Once done, click Save. OK, we can now return to a full view of active tracking. If you look on the map, you will note that next to certain vehicles there is a lightning bolt. This lightning bolt is visible when the ignition status feature has been enabled, and it indicates that the vehicle's ignition is on. In the left-hand panel, select the vehicle and then right-click. You will note several useful functions are available. Request current position. A request will be sent to the vehicle for the latest position. Lock on vehicle. Zooms the vehicle and locks on the vehicle. This function is handy when the vehicle is moving. We have center on the vehicle. Show trail on the map shows the last trail on the map, and you can specify points. Here we can change the icon color. We can start tracking. We can stop tracking. Options takes us through to My Options. We can refresh the vehicle that we've selected. and we can try Best Fit, which will try to display all the vehicles in the list on the map. Now from the toolbar we are also able to perform all the functions I've just shown you except for show trail on the map. And the additional function on the toolbar is geocoding, which provides the function to search for an address. At any time we can change the map type to Google Maps. Here we have normal, satellite, hybrid and terrain. To zoom in or zoom out, click on the magnifying glass and now use the scroll button of your mouse to zoom in or zoom out. To pan around the map, click on the hand and then we simply click and drag. We can query any point on the map by selecting the tool and clicking any point. Depending on where we click, we'll be able to get a lot more detail. Click on the vehicle and you will note the amount of detail that you can see. We can measure the distance between 2 points on the map, and we can use undo or redo to jump a step back or a step forward again if required. And this brings us to the end of this tutorial.